In today's video, we will dive into one of the most important sections of the IELTS exam, the reading section. Whether you are preparing for the academic or general training test, this video will give you everything you need in order to ace it. So let's explore the format, question types, strategies, and some essential tips to boost your score. So basically, what is the IELTS reading section? The IELTS reading section tests your ability to understand written English. You will take one of these two versions. Either you will give IELTS academic reading, which is for students aiming to study at universities. It includes more challenging texts like research papers and academic articles. Or you can give the IELTS general training reading. For people planning to work, train, or migrate, it focuses on simpler texts like advertisements or workplace instructions. Now let's look at the structure of the IELTS reading section. Here's a basic format of the IELTS reading section. You will have 60 minutes to answer 40 questions. This test will be divided into 3 sections and each one gets harder as you go. In section 1, you will have short, simple texts about daily topics like notices or ads. For example, a notice about library opening hours, a hotel advertisement, or instructions for a product. In section 2, you will have medium-length texts about work-related subjects. For example, a guide on workplace safety, an article on how to use a new software system, or a company memo. In section 3, you will have long, complex texts that needs deeper understanding. For example, it can be a detailed academic article about climate change, a historical essay, or a research study on psychology. Now let's look at the question types. You'll see different kinds of questions in this section. Here are the most common ones. The first is multiple choice questions. In these type of questions, you will have to choose the best answer from the 4 options. Next, we have true, false, or not given. In these type of questions, you will have to decide if a statement is true, false, or if it's not mentioned in the text. The third type is matching headings. Match titles or headings to the paragraphs. The fourth type is sentence completion. In this task, you will have to fill in the blanks with words from the text. The fifth is the summary completion. You will have to complete a summary using words from the text or a word list. The sixth is the matching information. You will have to find specific details in the text. The seventh is the matching features. So in this task, you have to match information to people, theories, or things. The eighth one is diagram completion. You'll have to fill in charts or diagrams using the text. The ninth task may be short answer questions. So basically, you have to answer a question in just a few words. Now let's take a look at some strategies for success. Here are some simple strategies to help you score well. The first is read the instructions. This is a very important strategy. Follow the word limit and other rules carefully. The second tip is skim and scan. You should know how to skim the passage to understand the main idea. You should also know how to scan it to find specific details. The third tip is look for keywords. Find important words in the question and locate them in the text. This will help you find your answer. The fourth tip is paraphrase practice. The test often uses synonyms, so learn to recognize words that mean the same. The fifth tip is manage your time. Spend around 20 minutes on each section and don't get stuck on one question. The sixth tip is guess if unsure. There's no penalty for guessing, so don't leave any answers blank. Try your best to answer the questions effectively and correctly. But if by any chance you do not know the answer, do not leave the questions blank. This will lead to a negative impression on the examiner. Now let's talk about common challenges and how to overcome them. The first challenge is the difficult vocabulary. Do not panic. Use the context to guess the meaning. What does this mean? This means that if you do not know the meaning of a word, you can look at the whole sentence. Then you will get an idea of what the word means. The second challenge is running out of time. Practice timed tests so you can work faster. So in your mock tests, set a timer and then try to do your questions. This will improve your efficiency. The third challenge is confusing passages. So do not be confused with passages. Break them into smaller sections and focus on the main idea. The fourth challenge is tricky questions. Be careful with answers that look right but don't fully match with the text. These may be some distractions that will cause you to lose marks. Now I will share with you the final tips. Tip number 1, read every day. Try reading newspapers, blogs, or magazines to improve your skills. Tip number 2, use official materials. Practice with the resources directly from IELTS. This will give the authenticity of your preparation. The next tip is learn from your mistakes. Do not repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Check your practice test errors to see what went wrong. Tip number 4, stay calm during the test. This is a very important tip. If you become nervous, you might end up messing things. So take a deep breath, focus, and trust your preparation. That's it for today's video on IELTS reading. If this video helped you, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more IELTS tips and tricks. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.